Night Baseball here on MLB Network as we're at historic Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles. Tonight, the second of 3 to start the week between the Cincinnati Reds and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Major League Baseball on MLB Network is next. Clayton Kershaw is on the mound for Game 2. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Wow, talk about a number that jumps out at you. This guy's whip, which is walks to hits to innings pitch, is less than 1 coming into this start. That's not an easy thing to do. That tells me one thing. Not only is his stuff good, but he wipes people out quick. This is a real good pitcher.
Now here's the first offering.
First pitch, 6-10.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Well outside with the curveball for a ball. Dan Dero, you check out this Dodger team as they enter play here tonight. They've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
Yeah, Matty, I'm looking forward to this one. They got their ace on the mound today. You get to the ballpark, you're ready to go. You're watching video. You know this guy is going to put his best foot forward, execute pitches to all quadrants. The opposition's got to be on point if they're going to have a chance today.
Count even at 2-2. 2-2 pitch is fouled away.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
Fouled away.
You know, taking you inside the mind of a batter right here, you can't get in auto swing mode. You still have to control the strike zone.
This one is launched. Look at this. Into the second deck and gone. So that's his first home run in the big leagues, and it's fair to say it's a moment he'll never forget.
Well, there's no doubt about that, Matt. People ask him 50 years from now who he hit it off of and what stadium he was playing in, and he'll remember it all. Heck, he'll probably remember what kind of pitch it was, too. Hopefully he can get the ball back so that can go in his trophy case forever. Talk about hitting the ground running. Usually a leadoff man is a guy that takes the first pitch, trying to get the feel for the pitcher, trying to get dialed in, but not this guy. He's got that see-ball, hit-ball philosophy, and he does just that, launching that pitch out of here before the fans could even get settled in the seats.
And he's looking to get it going, off to a bit of a slow start this year. Set to deliver the 0-1. And there's ball 1.
All the makings of a big inning right here. One already left the yard, and the power hitters are coming up.
Grounded to short. Reined in. On to first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out.
Batting third, the first baseman.
And a moment now to glance at the Reds lineup card in this one. Thoughts, Dan? Who stands out?
Well, Matt, I think the cleanup hitter might be the difference in this game. He's been on a nice stretch. How about an on-base percentage of over 500 in his last 10 games? That's right, 500 in his last 10 games. That's pretty special, and he's doing a lot to make this lineup click right now.
I'm absolutely shocked he took that pitch right there. Right in the wheelhouse, low 90s heater. That's one you gotta let go on.
Here's Kershaw's 0-2 offering. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out.
That has to make you feel really good as a pitcher, right? You're making pitches all around the zone, and then you bring that one inside. You can't do anything with it. What does it do? It just locks you up inside. You have no chance to put the ball in play.
So now to the plate, Eugenio Suarez, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. The windup and the 0-1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss as the slider sets him down for the final out of the inning. One more for the Reds, and it comes on this home run. Home half of the first coming up at Dodger Stadium, and the Reds are staked to an early 1-0 lead. Michael Lorenzen, a California-born right-hander, is on the mound. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Yeah, Matt, his last start wasn't a particularly good one. Lasted 5 innings and ended up taking the loss. He's a much better pitcher than that, and I think he's looking to at least, hopefully, pitch into the 6th or 7th inning in this one.
Here's Mookie Betts. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Dodgers, the right fielder, Mookie Betts.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. He's got it. And a good throw gets him one gone.
That is second. The third
So
baseman.
one down, no one aboard. And digging in at the plate will be Justin Turner. First pitch on the way. Now here's one high and deep to left. If it stays fair, it's gone. And it's a foul ball.
Huge swing of the bat right there, just hooking foul. Would have tied the game. I know there's still a lot of game left, but that was potentially a huge momentum swing there. Gonna have to find a way to refocus and continue this at bat.
One out, nobody on. Hit hard to third. And that'll just sneak past his outstretched arm, a base hit.
Well, there's a case, not that bad of a pitch, 0-2 D-roll, but something he'd like to get down and bury in the strike zone, no doubt about it.
Yeah, ground ball with eyes right there. Nice job by the offensive player, just to battle. 0-2's a tough spot to be in. He battled.
Here's Corey Seager. He hits it hard on the ground to the left, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible. And feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Cody Bellinger will get the call to pinch hit here, and he'll find he has a couple of runners aboard with only one out in the inning. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike one. And guys, as we take a look at the Reds entering play here tonight, they've been mired in a team-wide slump of late, as with the loss last time out, they've now dropped 8 of their last 9 decisions.
Yeah, Matty, this team has definitely been struggling recently, and then you get a look up right now and you're going to face the ace. Somebody has to step up for this team. I'll tell you what, if they're able to score a few early runs off him and put him on the defensive, this could be a huge momentum swing for this team.
Renfroe is there now, and he has it for the second out. And the tag's there. He's out at third base. It's a double play, and just like that, the inning is over. Cody Bellinger will stay in the ballgame as he takes over in center. Into the box, Mike Moustakas. And he comes into this one having hit safely in his last 5 games. And he fouls this one off. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Now a swing and a miss at a slider for a strike.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
In under the hands with a fastball, it's 1-2.
Boy, he sped him up in this at-bat. Now it's time for the changeup. This guy's got a good one, and he hasn't thrown it yet in this at-bat.
Popped up. Muncie over to his left. 1 down.
Batting 6th, the right fielder.
Hey, let's take a look at the Dodgers on defense. And let's focus on Corey Seager. Cal Ripken Jr., anyone? This guy looks like the spitting image of Iron Man. I think he's just scratching the surface of a Hall of Fame career. Multiple MVPs, Gold Gloves, you name it. Corey Seager is on fire.
Stepping in now, Hunter Renfroe. As Kershaw will get the upper hand here with strike one. Bases are empty, one man out. Not close with the off-speed pitch taken for a ball. And set up behind the plate is Ricky Holiday, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Yeah, Dan, we got Ricky Holiday behind the dish tonight. I can't figure his zone out. He doesn't favor the hitter or the pitcher and can be a little too inconsistent at times.
D-Row, you hit the nail right on the head. I think one of the things we're looking for a consistent zone. If it's a tight zone, it's a high zone. Have the same zone. His zone fluctuates a little bit too much for my liking during the course of a game.
Fouled off. And Kershaw can't find the target there as he's run it as far as it can go now. It's 3-2.
Boy, that's one of the toughest pitches to lay off. A hard breaking ball at the back foot. Tough take on a terrific pitch.
Now a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second.
Kyle Farmer.
Next up will be Kyle Farmer. And he puts it on the ground to second. Throw on to Muncie gets him, and with that they'll end the inning. So they go down without a whimper here. On now to the bottom of the second. The Reds are on top, 1-0. Here now is Will Smith. He's set to lead off the home half of the second.
The catcher, Will.
Now here's the first offering. A ball and a strike. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
Made pretty quick work of him right there, setting him down on only 4 pitches. And what I liked about all of those pitches, they were down around the knees or lower. Pretty hard to do any kind of damage when pitches are located in that spot.
A.J. Pollard stands in as he checks his swing here for strike 1. Here's a guy who could use a 3 for 4. He's got that batting average still down in the 190s. 1 home run and 5 driven in. Behind 0-2 now. 0-2 count, and the pitch. Pulled the string on him. Strike 3 swinging. And he makes the throw to first. Pollard is retired, 2 down now.
Well, you know you made a real nice pitch when you bounce it in the dirt and you still get the hitter to swing at it. That tells me that there's a lot of deception in that pitch right now.
He's set. Here it comes. And he jumps on this one. It's high and deep to center. Gone! So it's a solo shot to dead center. 6th home run on the season for him. And the Dodgers are back even now at 1 apiece.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number 1, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
Into the box now, Chris Taylor. And there's a swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch to start him out. 0-1. And this is lined hard to deep left. He leaps, but he can't get it. It's down for extra bases. And he is into second with a 2-out double. Wow, he almost made a heck of a play in left.
Yeah, Batty, you can't fold the left fielder there. You'll see he makes a tremendous effort, but he just can't haul it in, and it gets past him for an extra base hit. Like the effort, though.
At the plate, Clayton Kershaw, as he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike one. Runner in scoring position with two gone. Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now, 0-2.
Hey, I know it's the pitcher at the plate, but he's going to grind it out right here. He's got a chance to help himself, and nothing's a bigger backbreaker to a team than watching the pitcher drive in a run.
The 0-2, and a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. Early swing there as he pulls it foul to the right side. Ready with the 1-2. Flipped out the other way towards short. And this will be taken down no problem for the final out of the inning. One for the Dodgers on the solo home run. We've played two, all tied at 1-1. So now into the box is Davy Grion. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. And the pitch.
Oh, that's off the plate.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0.
2-0.
Slider finds the zone for a strike.
Nasty 2-0 slider right there for a strike. No shame in tipping your hat.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
You can bet they'd love ball four here. That gives the pitcher on deck an obvious bunt situation to move the runner into scoring position.
And, oh, he thought he'd work the walk, but it's a called strike two now. And it's fouled away. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
Boy, that's the best pitch in baseball right there with 2 strikes. That elevated fastball. Every hitter thinks that, hey, they can do something with that, but most of the time you get the result that you saw right there. A big swing and a miss and another strikeout.
Standing in now, Michael Lorenzen, as Kershaw will get the upper hand here with strike one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
It's been more than 2 innings since this guy's allowed anyone to reach base. He looks pretty unbeatable on the bump right now.
1-2 the count to the Reds pitcher.
Stone cold take right there. That fastball very well could have sent him packing back to the bench.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. Pollock will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, left fielder, Patrick Dwyer.
So stepping in is Patrick Dwyer, and we'll see what he can do here after going deep his first time up.
Yeah, he absolutely torched the fastball his last time up. Pretty much a no-doubter, so he's got to be feeling pretty confident right here.
And, oh, looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. A bouncer to the left side. Scooped up. Throw cleanly into first, and that ends the inning. Reds are down in order. Home half of the third coming up. Tied at 1. So that'll bring in Mookie Betts.
Leading up for the Dodgers, the right fielder, Mookie Betts.
First pitch on its way. Swing and a miss that time. Strike 1.
Great execution of that changeup right there. Great arm action. Batter was totally out front on that one.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
For my money, there's nothing better than a 3-pitch see ya later. Well, look here. He gets him on his heels with strike 1, up against the ropes with strike 2, and then he KOs him on pitch number 3. Love it.
Justin Turner will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Now a swing, and the barrel of the bat breaks in 2 that time. And there's out number 2.
The batter, number 5, shortstop, Corey Seager.
So the next to bat will be Corey Seager. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Way off balance hack that time. Good for the first strike.
Guess where he's going with this next pitch? Probably a little further outside. See if the fish are still biting.
Well, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
Yeah, if he's going to pound the zone with this stuff all game, the offense better step up. Somebody's going to have to pull a trigger a little bit earlier in the count.
And the throw to first will indeed get him. It's a strikeout, score at 2-3, and the inning is over. Yes. The love of the all set for the start of the inning, and next will be a speed threat in the form of outfielder Nick Senzel. Back to work now is Kershaw as he jumps ahead of the leadoff man. 0-1.
That's a tough pitch right there. Curveball, kind of front hip. Your first move is to bail a little bit and kind of not want to get hit by that pitch. I can totally understand him taking that first strike.
1 ball, 1 strike, the count. The 1-1. Lifted in the air to straightaway left. Pollard has a read on it. 1 away. So with the fly out there coming on the fastball, seems like an appropriate time to check out our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And these two guys have both displayed their power arms so far with top speeds at 94 and 97 respectively. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Betts is back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone.
Now batting, third baseman, Eugenio.
So 2 are gone now for the Reds in their half of the 4th, and that'll bring in Eugenio Suarez. Called a strike on the outer half. 0-1. Now that's popped up. Turner waits on it, and that's the 3rd out. 1, 2, 3 go the Reds. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th, tied 1-1. Cody Bellinger at the plate now. He's set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
The center fielder, Cody.
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Ooh, started him with the change, and it's 0-1. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. He didn't even come close to contact on a ball way out of the zone. 1 out. Now 1 down with the bases empty, and that brings up Will Smith. First pitch on its way. And he had to be looking for something else to start the at-bat. It's 0-1.
I know we want to focus on the offense and how bad they've been so far, but can we give some love to the pitcher? He has had these guys in the rocking chair all day.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1.
2-1.
Softly hit toward the hole. Reined in. Throw-in time at first for out number 2.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
Bases are empty here with 2 away. And up next, the center fielder, A.J. Pollock. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. 1 run, 4 hits. No errors for the Dodgers thus far. Strike 2 as the fastball is let go.
I think a big reason why he's been so effective in this one, that he's been just about getting ahead of every hitter.
Oh, and while we talked, that pitch got away and ended up hitting him. So he'll head down to first on the hit by pitch.
You know, with 2 outs and nobody on, that's the last thing you want to do on the mound. That really gives the opposition some hope that they can do something with this inning.
So next to bat will be Max Muncie. He got a hold of one and went yard in his first appearance in this one. Fouled away.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
1-1 to the Dodgers' first baseman. Now a throw over, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. Now a swing as he foul tips it here, and right off his arm behind the plate. That hurts.
Yeah, you could tell he was ready for another fastball, but the pitcher went to breaking ball, and the hitter just fouls that one off.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. 1 left. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Matt, I had a chance to talk about the state of the Reds' offense with their manager between innings, and he told me, overall, he's not happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They've only managed 1 base runner in this game, so it's easy to see why he said they haven't shown much fight today. He's hoping to see someone step up and find a way to get something going, though. This game isn't out of hand, so it remains to be seen if they can snap out of this funk and climb back into this one.
All right, Heidi, thank you.
The second baseman.
New inning set to get underway, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Mike Moustakas. First offering on its way. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. And he fouls this one off. The 1-1. Fouled off. Here comes the 1-2. Driven nicely into the gap. Moustakas will take the turn and hit for second. Throw into second.
Dan, after that base hit right there, he's got a 6-game hitting streak going.
You know what? And this could lead him on to some bigger and better things right here. He's been swinging the bat pretty well, and he's been rewarded for it, as you talked about. 6-game hitting streak so far.
Hunter Renfroe is at the plate now as he looks at strike 1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
It's not easy to get your barrel to a pitch that high. That could be an effective location as long as he keeps it above the letters.
Here's Kershaw's 0-2 offering. Now a ball slapped hard the opposite way. And that's taken in straightaway right. Will he try from second? And he'll make it up to third safely here with 1 away.
Now batting.
Now it'll be Kyle Farmer. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1.
This is a situation where the offensive player just needs to do his job. Take inventory, infield back, get you a ground ball somewhere in the infield, preferably off the corners, and get your team to lead.
And a good 2-strike pitch, but he misses high 1-2. Fly ball out to straightaway left. Pollard has a read on it, makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. And he will score as that run breaks the tie and makes this a 2-1 ball game. So now here is Davy Grion. Bases empty and 2 gone following the sacrifice fly. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1.
Time to be aggressive with these hitters now. After that sac fly, now it's time to try to get out of this inning with only 1 run scored.
That misses 2-0. Two and 1 after the foul ball there. Into the windup and the pitch. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Again, he sends it out of play. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch.
I know that fastball registered at about 92, 93, but I guarantee you it looked about 4 to 5 miles an hour faster than that.
We'll leave it right there as he strikes out, and that ends the inning. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. Home half of the 5th coming up. Reds lead this one 2-1. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with Dave Roberts, the Dodgers skipper, about his lineup's performance so far. And he mentioned they need to show a lot more patience with their at-bats moving forward. He told me that they've been way too aggressive on the first pitch of the at-bat. And while he doesn't necessarily condemn that if it's leading to hits, that's clearly not the case right now. Over 80% of their at-bats have started with a swing on the first pitch, and a lot of those have resulted in swinging misses or outs, guys.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Chris Taylor is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning 1-0. Here's a looping fly ball out to right. And that'll get down for a base hit. So the Dodgers get their leadoff hitter on base to kick off the inning.
Leadoff knock right there, Dan. How frustrating is it to let that leadoff go?
Clayton Kershaw.
In now, Clayton Kershaw, as he'll take a look at ball 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. The 1-0 home. Taylor aboard here at first with nobody out. Dodgers pitcher trying to deal with a 1-2 count at the plate. A swing and a miss on a ball way out of the zone, and there's 1 away.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try to be aggressive off this guy, but he's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
To second for 1, back to first, and he throws it away. And now they're going to tag the runner from first out as he was for some reason trying for third. It's a double play and it ends the inning. So here now's the pitcher, Michael Lorenzen. Opportunity to bat for himself with his guys up a run here in the 6th. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
You could tell this guy's got great feel for all his stuff right now. To break out that nasty hammer right there, this guy's on point.
A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
There's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if they have to incorporate that into their mindset.
Here it comes on 0-2. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Bellinger's under it. 1 away.
The left fielder, number 23, Patrick Dwyer.
Striding in is Patrick Dwyer. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting, the center fielder, Nick Senzel.
Stepping in next, Nick Senzel. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Now here's the first offering. Line, but speared on a hop. Throw on to Muncie, gets him, and with that they'll end the inning. Reds are down in order as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. So now to the plate, Justin Turner grounded out in his last at bat.
Third baseman, Justin.
And now the first pitch.
Turner.
Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. The 1-0 delivery. Good curveball there, gets the swing and miss. This one's blooped out toward right center field. And that's in there, base hit.
The batter, number 5, shortstop, Corey Seager.
Here's Corey Seager. And a pitch takes off inside, and it gets away. And a wide throw here as it skips into center field. And a nice job keeping it close. It's ball 1. That's to the left and foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Line toward the alley in left center. In there, a base hit.
The center fielder, number 35, Cody Bellinger.
So here's Cody Bellinger. As he can't make contact and is tied up here at strike 1. Turner at second. Seager at first with no outs. Hard hit ball to second. One there. Over to Votto, and they're able to get them both.
Well, there's the pitcher's best friend right there. The inning was off to a rough start, right? But nothing changes that like a good old 2-ball. We'll see if they can strand the runner at third now.
So now to the plate, Will Smith. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. No hits to. Austin Barnes will be charged with the job of getting that guy home as he'll pinch hit with 2 gone and a runner at third. Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
Hey, don't kid yourself. I know those were 2 bad swings, but he hits middle of the order for a reason. It only takes 1 swing.
Low-scoring game thus far, 2-1 here in the 6th. And smart to lay off there as the fastball misses. It's 1-2 now.
Looked like he just tried to do too much with that fastball right there. He overthrew it a little bit. That's pretty much the case when you airmail a fastball like that.
He's got it. Throw on to Votto will take care of him at first, and the side is retired. The 2010 NL MVP Joey Votto will start us out when we... Austin Barnes will stay in the ball game as he'll likely do the catching from here out. In is Joey Votto now. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. He takes the turn and heads for second. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out. Well, it's always daunting to know that you've got to deal with the 3, 4, 5 hitters to start out an inning, but even more so when the 3 hitter starts it out with a double.
Yeah, he's going to have to start making some good pitches to get out of this thing. Job number 1 is to get the next guy, and ideally you keep him from advancing the runner to third with less than 2 outs.
We're in the 7th inning now of a pitcher's duel. 2-1 our score. And it's fouled away.
Nope.
And on 0-2 he misses with a fastball.
Ball, 2 strikes, he's down.
Hey, textbook waste pitch right there. Does he go elevated fastball again or something slow below the zone?
2 balls and 2 strikes now. And this is swung on and missed. And boy, they took care of a key man there. 1 away. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1.
I got 2-1.
And here's a fastball not close as he runs it to 2-1 now. A little early, and now it's even at 2-2. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
Fooled him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be really tough for these big, strong guys because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to slow their swings down, and that appeared to be the case there.
Hunter Renfroe is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Hey, that backdoor breaking ball just missed. He had a chance to run it to 0-2.
Called strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now.
Well, he's done a real nice job with that breaking ball in this start. That's not the first time he's locked a guy up with it.
Even 2-2 count to Hunter Renfroe.
Well, all of the umpires in the seats thought that was strike 3, and they weren't far off, but I think that was a good call. Looked to be just a bit outside.
And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. Reds leave 1. They lead it 2-1. Cam Bedrosian will take over on the mound to start the bottom of the 7th. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and coming forward, the veteran outfielder, A.J. Pollock.
No, you're only down 1 right here, but the exploding stuff that's coming out of the back end of a lot of teams' bullpens. I mean, just north of 95 plus. Stuff diving all over the plate. It's gotten a lot tougher to scratch across runs against these teams' bullpens.
Line drive, base hit down the line. He's around first, heading for 2. And it's a good start to the inning for the Dodgers on the leadoff double. Finally, a little something for them to get excited about.
Yeah, a rally can begin with a single swing of the bat, and this might be their chance right here. They've struggled to produce a lot of runs, but there he is at second base. A shot to the outfield scores him. Then who knows what kind of roll they can get on. Got to take it one good at-bat at a time.
Next up is Max Muncie, as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Now look out as that pitch sends him tumbling to the ground. Slider can't find the zone here, and he's behind now 3-1.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
And the count will be full. Three-two pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 3.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty good job right there. That's the 4th time he struck out, and we're
Second baseman, Chris Taylor.
Has a look, now the pitch. As he swings and grounds it toward the hole. And there's a base hit as that gets through into left. Throw comes in quickly now, so that tying run will be forced to hold on at third here, still with only 1 away.
Hey, not a bad way to start the nightcap. 3 at-bats, 3 base hits, D-Row.
Yeah, the pressure falls off you after you go 1 for 1. 2 for 2, all smiles. 3 for 3, get the party started.
Gavin Lux will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a fly ball. And this should at least get home the tying run. The catch is made. Here comes the tying run from third. And the tying run is in to score from third. It's now a 2-2 ball game.
That was a really good at-bat right there. You're trying to tie this thing up any way that you can. He hits the sac fly to the outfield, and the tying run comes in to score.
First pitch of the AB now. Mookie Betts is at the plate now, and he's quickly behind 0-1.
For most people, being down 0-1 would seem like a lot, but this guy is such a good hitter. He doesn't care going deep in the count. He's got runners on base. He has a game plan every time he comes to the plate. Let's see how this one plays out.
And that'll get down for a base hit. And that's going to move that go-ahead run to second now with 2 gone.
Absolutely scorched that base hit. Worthy of some show track love, and as you see it, it came off the bat at 110 miles an hour. That's definitely squaring a ball up.
Stepping in now, Justin Turner. Swing, and he pops him up. And no one can get there. It's a foul ball. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. Comes set, the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Hey, I know this pitcher's getting ahead right here. He's got the hitter down 0-2, but to this guy in the box, might want to just live on the corners a little bit.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Tony Gonsolin has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. Jesse Winker is going to be asked to get things going here as a lead off the top of the 8th. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch.
Ball 1.
The average sits at 286 here to start play. 3 homers and 6 RBIs. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0.
2 balls, no strike.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
No strike.
You see a right-handed batter waiting next, but he could very well be pulled back as the situation dictates. And oh, not so fast, partner. A called strike on the inside part of the plate. 3-1 now. Grounded back up the middle. And this is going to be through into center field for a base hit as the leadoff man's aboard in the 8th.
Yeah, that's a pitch right there to split finger that needs to be buried, and it was not.
Davey Grullon.
Into the box now. Davey Grullon popped him up. Turner is under it, and he's got it for the first out. A couple of pretty good performances turned in on the mound so far, as evidenced by the numbers there as we show you the starter comparison in this 2-2 ball game. D. Strange Gordon will be summoned off the bench here as he'll pinch hit with a runner at first and 1 gone in the inning. From the stretch, the numbers offensively pretty dismal to this point, down in the 170s to start play. No home runs yet in this first month, and 6 RBIs. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
After 2 great pitches, he has a lot of options right now. He could bounce something or go elevated fastball.
Got him.
This is the kind of at bat where your hitting coach grabs you on the way back to the dugout to have a little chat about your approach. Not a lot of positives to draw from that at bat when you take 2 strikes and then you chase one out of the zone to go down on only 3 pitches.
To the plate now, Patrick Dwyer. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. 1-1 to the Reds leadoff man.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss on a nasty slider right there. Always felt toughest pitch in the game. If you're a guy who liked to work the big part of the field, you were on that fastball middle away. Well, that slider looked like a heater for about 56 feet 6 inches.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. 2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first. In the dirt here. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. And a very big mistake as that'll move the possible go-ahead run into scoring position. Fouled away. And solid contact there as this ball is belted high in the air out to left. Pollard has to retreat to the track, but he has it to retire the side. 1 left for Cincinnati, and this game is still tied at 2-2. Noah Ramirez is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. Geraldo Perdomo is into the ball game as a defensive replacement. He'll be the new shortstop here. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. And he gets under this one as the ball is skied into very shallow right. There is Moustakas to look it in for the first out. Next for the Dodgers, Cody Bellinger. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. He's set, and the pitch. There's the big breaking ball, and it's by him for a strike.
Hey, if he's going to execute that curveball, and that's the first one of the day, if he's going to execute it like that, be on the lookout for that one. That's going to be a big pitch for him today.
Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Sliced hard on the ground, and that gets through for a 1-out base hit. Around first, digging for 2, and now it'll rattle up against the wall. The relay, and he'll make it to third base safely with only 1 out as the go-ahead run.
Now batting, catcher
Of course they feel good about the triple, but I know how managers think, and he's in the dugout wishing that triple would have come when some guys were on base. They've left a lot of guys out there in this one. We'll see if his teammate can bring him home.
So here's Austin Barnes, as he'll follow one into the dirt and come up empty for the first strike.
Well, this is a strikeout situation, but it's also a ground ball situation. I expect we'll see a lot of pitches down in the zone trying to prevent the hitter from getting the ball up in the air.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Lifetime against this particular arm. Not a big sample size, 0 for 1. The 1-1. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
This is a situation where you're going strictly for the strikeout. Infield in, and from the offensive standpoint, you're just trying to create hard contact and get it by that infield.
Breaking ball swung on in the dirt, and he makes the throw to first. Barnes is retired, 2 down now. Up next, A.J. Pollard. He doubled his last time up. From the stretch, as he'll come up empty there as he misses the off-speed pitch for strike 1.
That's a really nice thing about pitching with the base open. You can work out of the strike zone a little bit more and try to get a guy to chase your pitch, just like that one.
Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2. Way outside. 1-2. 1-2. Here it is. Sharp ground ball to third. And that is through into left as he delivers. It's a base hit. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third. It's a 3-2 ball game.
Boy, those have to feel really good, D-Row. You get late in the game, you come up with a big RBI base hit right here to give your team the lead.
Yeah, no one remembers that ground ball with eyes in the top of the second inning. You want to show up when the game is on the line. Can you quiet your emotions down, take the crowd out of it, and slow yourself down enough to come through? And that's exactly what he did.
A dive, but he's back. Another look to first, and he just manages to get his hand in. And that'll bring up the versatile Max Muncie, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Here comes the 0-1. Throw over to first, back in standing. Now a ground ball heading for the Gold Glover Votto at first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. It's a run on 2 hits here for L.A. All set to start the 9th in this one, and at the plate will be the speedy outfielder, Nick Senzel. Third baseman hugging the line here. Now the first pitch. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Hit in the air down the left field line. On the move is Pollard. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning. Final line there for the Dodgers starting pitcher. He was on point from the get-go this evening.
Matty V, really a solid performance. 7 strong innings pitched, in line for the win. Needs some help for the bullpen to close this one out.
So up steps the former MVP Joey Votto, as he'll watch one miss down and in for a ball. 1-0. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Up top, it's 2-0.
Not even close with the 1-0. He needs to get back in the zone, but be careful. Work the quadrants.
2-1. One-run game here in the top of the ninth. And that's into the corner, a foul ball in right. Here now the 2-2. Slow roller left side. Scooped up. On to first, and Votto's gone for out number 2.
The third baseman, number 7, Eugenio Suarez.
Reds down to their final out now. And into the batter's box next, a guy who's developed into one of the big-time power hitters in the league, Eugenio Suarez. As he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. 1-1 the count.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
There's a foul ball off to the right side, and that'll move the count to 1-2. A crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. And that's going to be high. 2-2 now.
I know he missed with a fastball right there, but this guy's arsenal, you can't figure out what he's trying to do. He's got a lot of different directions he could go in right here.
Pollard on the run. Makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Well, just another day at the office for these guys. That stretches their winning streak to 5, and they're playing well in all 3 phases of the game. Pitching, fielding, and hitting. Who knows how long this will last.
3-2 the finish in tonight's game. Los Angeles came through late, taking the lead in the 8th to secure the victory. Tony Gonsolin gets the win in relief, his 2nd of the year. So that's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plezak, Heidi Watney, Matt Vasgersian. We all thank you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. See you next time.
Here now is our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Dodgers, 3 runs.